Hello, all my beautiful, great, grand, glorious Leo friends. Thank you for your patience while Mercury and Venus just kind of did a number on my computer. But hey, baby, we're back. And I have your beautiful forecast for this month, April 2025. Where are we going to start? I mean, there's so much great stuff going on here. Well, first of all, let's just talk about Venus and Mercury. They are retrograde, they've been retrograde. We don't want to start a new project under a retrograde Mercury. And Venus emulates Mercury, seems like, when they go retrograde. Fortunately, Mercury's going to go direct on the 7th. Yes. And Venus on the 12th. But they go right into the shadow of the retrograde. We know that. And that's the time that I usually find I can tie up all the loose ends that eluded me when it was the planet was retrograde. I'm still stuttering. I just did it for effect. Sure. This is how it affects so many people. So let's talk about all the good stuff that's going on here in your chart. It's gorgeous. First of all, let's start with Mercury and Venus. They're in your eighth house of secrets. Now, the eighth house is also the house of transformation and transmutation. And whatever's in that eighth house is undergoing a major new life resurrection. Venus, your love nature. Mercury, how your brain works. What you say, how you say it, what you think, what you believe. That has been up for grabs. Uh-huh. I know some of you are saying, oh, is that why? I felt like I was losing my mind. Absolutely. You were not losing your mind. They just helped you trip over it. So here we go. And anything in the eighth house is going to undergo a symbolic death and beautiful rebirth. Your thinking, your love nature, gorgeous. Now, on the 6th, Venus stays in that eighth house all month. But on the 16th, Mercury joins the sun in the ninth house of the big picture because you see things much more clearly and you see options open to you you didn't know you had when you were thinking in the eighth house. Ninth house, the sky's the limit. Now, the center of the chart, the center of our universe, is the sun. And it is in your ninth house. You want to travel long distance, preferably. You want to get out there and really live because you're seeing a much larger picture. On the 19th, you're going to take all the transforming ideas and what you learned, perhaps about travel, teaching on a grander scale. In any event, you learned how to be a leader. And that is what you need to be starting on the 19th because the sun moves into your magnificent 10th house of career. Step into the limelight, be the leader. Period. Bottom line. All right. I don't want you to think all is work and no play because Jupiter, the greater benefic, is in your 11th house of friends and humanitarian projects. And you are reaching out to friends that you may not have been in touch with for years if need be. But your friendship circle is growing because Jupiter expands. I just love it. Now, Let's talk about Mars. Mars is what's number one. There's a difference between being the center of the universe and being number one. Mars says, I want what I want when I want it, and I want it now. Mars is in the 12th house of the subconscious, the spirit plane, and privacy. You need privacy because with the sun moving into the limelight, you need a balance. Haven't you noticed that you need more time alone? And if you don't get that time, you might need more sleep. That's also an indicator that you need more time alone. And when you take Mars, which is anger, and suppress it, it gets stronger. Well, on the 18th, it crosses over into your first house, and you say, out of my way. I'm doing what I want, when I want, how I want, because I can. You rock. Go for it. Now, let's talk about the new moon and the full moon. The new moon is on I'm getting my dates turned around here. Hang on just 1 second. The new moon is in 7 Taurus 47. Don't go away. Venus and Mercury are doing their thing again. Okay. You know, I can't read my own handwriting. If I've done your chart, you know that. Okay. The full moon is on April 13th. It's in 23 Libra. And this particular new moon encourages you to move upward in your career. The new moon is on the 27th, and it says communicate with siblings, talk to the people that you're friends with, use your mind. And so, as you use both of these lunations, your chart, your life is going to open up because on the new moon, everything moves forward. On the full moon, everything comes to a head. So I hope you have a wonderful April. And I certainly hope that Venus and Mercury uh, leave you alone. Remember that we are going to be in the shadow of the Mercury retrograde and Venus retrograde. And it just go with it because this is the shake-up time. And then when instead of having the moon just hang out there, when it starts growing, when it comes to a head, when it begins again, you will reap the benefits. So, till next month, till Mercury and Venus say sayonara, may the stars shine brightly on you and yours. Bye for now.